A very good morning to all my dear girls and welcome back. In today's math class, we shall continue with the chapter Operations on Fractions. We finished our previous class by learning about addition and subtraction of mixed numbers. And today we shall begin with showing fractions on the number line. But before we begin, I wish to take a little time to address a doubt that many of you had in the previous lesson about how to equalize denominators. So basically, when we are expected to add or subtract two unlike fractions, we need to equalize their denominators before we add or subtract them. There are three ways in which we can make the denominators of the given fractions equal. When we begin to add or subtract a given fraction, we are faced with three kinds of combination of denominators. 1. When both the denominators are directly related. Let's take an example for this one. Now in the given example, you are provided with two fractions, 1 upon 2 and 3 upon 4, which have to be added. To begin with, we will first equalize the denominators, which are 2 and 4. Now when carefully observed, we realized that 2 and 4 are directly related in such a way that 2 multiplied by 2 equals 4. So, to make both the denominators equal, simply multiplying the fraction 1 upon 2 by 2 will be sufficient. Doing that, we will get the like fractions 2 upon 4 and 3 upon 4, which can be added to get the answer 5 upon 4. This was the first way of equalizing the denominators. The second combination of denominators that we are faced with is when both the denominators are slightly related. For example, 7 upon 8 and 6 upon 10, which in this example are expected to be subtracted. To equalize the denominators of these two unlike fractions, when we carefully observe these denominators, we realize that they aren't directly related. So, we cannot multiply or divide any one of those fractions to make the denominators equal. In such case, we are expected to find out the least common multiple of both the denominators, for which we first write down the multiples of the denominators 8 and 10 and then choose the least common multiple, which in this case is 40. So 40 will be the denominator required to convert these two fractions into like fractions. To do this, we will have to multiply the fraction 7 upon 8 by 5 because 5 8s are 40, and the fraction 6 upon 10 by 4 because 10 4s are 40. And then we can subtract the two fractions normally. This was the second way of equalizing the denominators. Third combination of denominators that we come across is when both the denominators are not related at all. For example, 11 upon 2 plus 7 upon 3. Here, both the denominators 2 and 3 have absolute no relation between each other. So, to equalize these two denominators too, we will have to use the LCM method or find the least common multiple between the two denominators, which comes up to be the number 6. And then to convert the fractions 11 upon 2 and 7 upon 3 into like fractions, we multiply 11 upon 2 by 3 and 7 upon 3 by 2, which give us the like fractions 43 upon 6 and 14 upon 6, which we can later add to get the answer 7 5 upon 6. This was the third way of equalizing the denominators. When adding or subtracting two given fractions, essentially two given unlike fractions, we are expected to use one of these methods to convert the given fractions into like fractions first.